All right, so I've gone out, and after the snow melt, I went out and gathered some more leaves. Some of them got a little bit of frost damage perhaps, but nothing major. And for this purpose, that's not nearly as important because most of them are a nice color green, and that's what we're going after, is the actual color, because these are going to color my Bamboo in the Snow soap. So what I'm going to do is pick through these and try to remove anything that's we don't want in there. And basically it comes down to just this, just removing some leaves. I'm going to go ahead and get these, the rest of these pulled, and then we'll get them in the dehydrator and get to putting our soap together. Welcome back, everyone. I'm talking. All right, so what do I have here? Well, I've got my oils here. I have my goat milk, and this is 50% lime essential oil and 50% Litsia cubiva oil. It is delicious, and I thought it would be so perfect to go with a bamboo soap. So that's what we're doing. I couldn't think of just the perfect fragrance for bamboo soap, or a bamboo themed soap, most certainly made with my own bamboo, at least a big part of it. And for some reason, lime came to mind, and I can't tell you why. I can't think of any association with lime and bamboo. This is going to be cutting it close on this bowl. It's quite a bit, but I think we got it here. And I did add into my goat milk here some titanium dioxide. Because this lime essential oil is so green, I just wanted to make sure that I had a white, I hope that it remains white, base. I didn't want it to be affected too much by the essential oil. So first I'm going to just combine our goat milk and lye with our oils and butters. Alright, so I've got 3 molds set up here. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Some of these keep popping loose on me, and I could have glued them in. Yes, I could have glued them in with some of the glycerin soap on the sides, but it's a little late for that now. And in retrospect, that's what I would have done. But I've got high hopes. Yeah, some are thicker, some are thinner, but I'm just going to have to go with it. So here we go. Well, I almost forgot. Yeah, I made a mess there, but it'll all come out in the wash, so to speak. But I'm going to add my finishing touches, which are my little leaf inserts. Inserts. Yeah, well, I'm inserting them into the soap, so. right now they're not the prettiest thing. So we're going to come back. I'm going to clean them up. We're going to take them out of the mold, clean them up, and I bet you they look much better. So will they be perfection? Nope. But I'll try to make them the best looking ugly they can be. How's that? I'll see you back in a bit, everyone. I thought, if I'm going to unmold these, I'm going to unmold them in their own natural habitat. And I was, are they perfect? No. As I discussed earlier, perfection is one of those challenges, I should have used some other color to kind of give a gradation to make it look more natural with the bamboo. I think I could have done that. I have made a lot of different soaps over the years. Hundreds and hundreds of different soaps. And the one thing that they do seem to have in common is an ingredient. And wherever possible, I try to use my goat milk. Not always, and it's not always appropriate. There are going to be people who like vegan soaps, or people who just don't want a milk soap, which I understand. I really like the way that one kind of has the snow down along the base. Snow or soap. I personally do believe that there is a place for style in soap, meaning, it should be pretty. Absolutely, I do believe that. I struggle with that, and I'm not asking for anyone to give me any kind of compliment and say, oh, but this is beautiful, or that. I really bring this up for a reason. I receive messages all the time from different people. Some of them are quite positive. Most are quite positive, I would actually venture to say. Most people are just very kind. Some people are a little more challenging in their comments and questions, and that's okay. Let me zoom out a tad there. I'm not opposed to people who don't agree with me. I'm really not. I think it's important that a lot of different people have the right to express opinions, ideas that are different than my own. You absolutely have that right. But to be cruel is quite a different thing. And I had someone recently say something quite cruel, then I'm not even going to mention it. And you don't have to mention this in the comments. I'm just throwing this out there into the ether, as it were. I recently hit 6,000 subscribers, and that amazes me. Sure, there are channels that have 100 times that, or even 1,000 times that, and more. And that's impressive. I'm just a little farmer in Northeast Texas. I have no aspirations for great growth or to make great fortunes. Oh, I'm not going to say that making money isn't a necessity and something we all want to do, because we have to, right? We all have to earn a living. We have to make our way through life, and that can be a challenge for any of us. And yes, more money helps. It helps me to help my own business, to buy more product. Every Patreon person that I have, or every person that leaves a comment, helps. Everyone who clicks on one of the Amazon links, I get a few pennies from that. It all adds up and it all helps. But I'm not going to get so-called rich doing this, but that's not my goal in life. There are people that's their goal, and for them, it's tremendous that they're able to do that this way. I am impressed by that. But I won't lie to you and tell you that one thing is necessarily better than another. Someone had said to me that in one of these rather cruel comments, what they I think were trying to say was that I suggest that I know what's best for people by using that I use a knowledge that I garnered from my mother, and that's just hearsay, and that I'm not using true science, and that I give information that is inaccurate sometimes. That is a fair assessment, but they didn't say it that nicely. But yes, it's true. And I think we all do this to some degree. Hey, if you make your mother's meatloaf and it's tasty to you, and other people have said it's tasty, it's okay to say that's a tasty meatloaf, right? Not everybody may like it. The same with this sort of thing. As far as saying what's good for someone, do I think natural is better for you than lab created? No, not necessarily. In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. For instance, if it weren't for lab created preservatives, our generation may not even be here. The previous generations were not doing so well before preservatives and ways of keeping food safe came along. Are there ways to prepare food without preservatives? Yes, they would wrap them in salt, and how healthy is that, right? But I digress. My point is that I will always try to make things that I think are safe. And now with some things like tinctures, where I'm introducing a botanical, I will give you the information I have. I won't give just life experience, but I will point to scientific evidence of that. The only thing I can say about soap is that it cleans you. And the only thing I will say about my soap, I don't believe, from my experience and from the experience of others, that it will strip your skin or leave you dry or, take away your own natural skin's moisture. So that's really all I can say about it. I don't have I can't say that by adding any ingredient to a bar of soap, such as a botanical, is going to improve your life or your health or your beauty, because we wash it off. Will some degree of that perhaps get absorbed because our bodies, after all, our skin is water permeable. So yeah, we do absorb some of that. That's why skin oftentimes will plump up when exposed to moisture. Yeah, we do. We're not oil permeable. We are water permeable. And so that's why lotions absorb so much faster than, like, say, a salve or something that is oil-based. It sits on the surface much, much longer. Anyway, I won't go into all this. I'm getting rather rhetorical, I suppose. But my point simply is I will always try to provide products that I enjoy making. And if you don't like them, don't buy them. Don't use them. But don't leave cruel comments. Now, if you feel I have stated an inaccuracy, such as someone recently in a very nice way left me a post. I will put the name of her channel on here if I can think of it, or if I remember to go back and do that. But I know it starts with buttermilk, I think. But she left a really nice comment about something I'd said about using soaps to deter mice or other rodents. And while it's true that the soaps I've made and used here have deterred rodents from my home, I do believe that based on just what I've seen. She stated that some people say that mice will eat soaps. Yes, mice do sometimes eat soaps, especially those made with animal products. There is documentation, or at least certainly experiences of others to state that's the truth. So when I make a statement, it's not necessarily emphatic that it will always be that way. I can't say that because I wash with a certain kind of soap and it helps protect me from that it's necessarily going to do that to you. Or if you take it's the same with vitamins and things. Even drugs, they will say that these, oftentimes they'll say these results are not typical, right? Your results may vary. That is true of every single thing. So yes, there are deviations and variations and those sort of things. So I've got way off topic here. I want to tell you much. I appreciate you and your kind comments, and even the not so kind comments that sometimes help keep me on the straight path, and that's appreciated. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. I did have fun making these. I'm sorry it took so long to get the video done and up. I've been very busy at work and at home. There's been a lot to do here on the farm, and I've been really, really busy, but I do have 2 other videos that I just need finish editing, and I'll try to get those up as well. Thank you so much, everyone. I really do appreciate you. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you back soon. Goodbye.